some cucumber relish, and this is my mother-in-law's recipe from many years ago that she used. So these are not all the cucumbers that I have extra ones, but I have already washed these small size. They're like the jelly jars, so that's what I'm going to use because it's just 2 of us in our family and I don't really need no more than that, so that'll be plenty for us. I'm going to put them into these jelly jars and I'll show you how we're going to make up our mix. Now I'm going to wash these cucumbers. I bought these from a local farmer, a little elderly guy who's 80 years old. He grows a couple of gardens every year and he sells his vegetables and stuff to the local people in the community. And I don't really know what kind of cucumbers they are, but I also got the regular size cucumbers from them. But these ones were all long and curved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my cucumber relish out of these cucumbers. So I'm going to wash them really good. I'm going to turn my camera off and take my little handy dandy kitchen scrubber brush that I use and scrub them really good, get the dirt off. And then I'm going to chop them up and put them into this bowl. All my cucumbers are washed and clean. So I'm going to lay them onto this pizza pan and I'm going to take a vegetable knife and I'm just going to cut these up into like little cubes, and you actually are going to leave the peel on it. You're not going to take that peel off. You're not going to cut it away. That's going to also go into your lid. Cut up 2 sweet peppers. This is a green pepper and a red pepper. So I have these washed. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off my video, cut these up, and then I'm gonna add them over here into the chopped up cucumbers that I have so far. Okay, this is the recipe that I'm making, cucumber relish. It says use 8 cups of chopped cucumbers, 4 sweet peppers chopped, 4 large onions chopped, 3 cups sugar, 2 cups of vinegar, 1 teaspoon turmeric, 2 teaspoons celery seed, and salt to taste. So we're going to mix the sugar and vinegar first, add spices, bring to a boil, add other ingredients, boil 20 minutes, and pack hot. And that just means put it into your cans. So I'm going to chop up my vegetables first, and then we'll move on to the next step. In this point on my stove, I've already put 3 cups of sugar in here, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of vinegar to this. I'm going to stir that up, and the recipe says to bring this to a boil, so I'm going to stir and bring to a boil. Those little specks in there are just cucumber seeds and pieces of my cucumber that I had on my spoon. That's fine, because once this boils, I'm going to add that mixture to this pot and cook it for 20 minutes. I think that'll be good. I'm just going to stir it as I start it to boil. Just try to get that sugar dissolved really well. To your vinegar and sugar, you're also going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. And this is ground turmeric. And then you're also going to add a teaspoon of celery seed. There's a celery seed. And I'm going to stir up this mixture and let that boil for 20 minutes. And then I'll add my vegetable mix into it. Okay, I realized I said that wrong. I added my turmeric and my celery seed to the vinegar and sugar mix, and it's starting to boil. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my vegetables in now, and then that whole mixture will cook for 20 minutes before I pack it into my jar. This out. This is 2 cups, and the recipe calls for 8 cups. So I'm gonna pour that in there. Be careful, I'll let it slosh on me. That was 2 cups. So we're gonna add 6 more, and then we're gonna stir that and let that cook for 20 minutes. Okay, that makes 6. We're gonna add 2 more cups to make 8, and then stir that mix. Okay, this is the last one that makes 8. Now let me stir this mixture up. Ooh, that smells so delicious. I can't wait to try this cucumber relish. One other thing I did was I did add a few banana peppers in there. I didn't put that in the video part, but I decided to add a few extra vegetables, and you can add other things if you would like. I have another recipe that calls for tomatoes. If you want to add tomatoes or some other type of vegetable, that's completely up to you, but since this was my mother-in-law's recipe, I'm doing it exactly like she had it, with the exception of adding just a few banana peppers. So they want us to cook that for 20 minutes, and I have it on medium-high heat. So I'm going to cook that for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to get ready to put it into these little jelly jars. And these are the smaller ones because we don't need the bigger ones because there's just 2 of us. I had some of the mixture left over. I was going to keep it and just make some macaroni salad or something, but I decided to just go ahead and dump that into my pot as well, because with the juices that the mixture will make, maybe I'll get enough to fill my little jars. I have 11, so I'm hoping I'll have enough to fill all 11, but we'll see. So I'll just go ahead and add this mix to the pot too. I wanted to show you how this looks. It's been cooking for about 6 minutes so far, and it will bubble up while it's cooking. So I just take my spoon and I stir it really good. And I also want you to notice that I did not use a non-stick with that non-stick stuff on it pot. I just used a regular pot, and I'm careful about using just regular utensils. I don't use the plastic anything. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I just feel better about using this type of pot and this type of spoon. So just make sure you are stirring your mix occasionally. Oh, this smells so good. Like Mr. Food used to say, it's so good. And I'll taste it here in just a little bit. I might put a can of this in the refrigerator to have to eat with some beans or hot dogs or something. Hey, here's my water bather. I filled some water up in this, but I'm gonna put my jar down in there to kind of test to see if I have it. You have to get the water over top of your jars once you have your lids on them. It's almost there, but I won't know until I actually put it on the stove and get my jars in there if I need to add more water to it to just cover the water over the top of those, because that will help it seal. And I'm just going to cook it for 10 minutes once it gets to a good rolling boil. Alright, my timer has went off, so this has boiled for 20 minutes. I've got my handy dandy little scoop thing here and my lifter and my air bubble remover out. So I'm going to take my spoon and start dipping this out and filling it in my little jars. I'm not going to video this whole entire thing. I'm just going to do enough to show you how I'm doing it. So you want to go to within a ½ inch of your top of your ring there. So that looks about right. And then I'll go over and do the next one, and I'll get my little air bubbler out. And what this does is you go around it, and it helps to get the air bubbles out so that your food will pack down in there good. Okay, Now, untap it a little bit. And I'm gonna come over here and get a ring. Or a flat, whatever you wanna call it. And a lid. I know that says Mater's, but I had used it on another one. It's fine. I'll take it off and change it later. So you're just gonna hand tighten that, and then that's gonna help it to seal, but I'm also gonna put it over in my water bath here and water bath these for 10 minutes just to make sure that these seal, and that will help it also. I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed because I don't have any help here today. So I've hand tightened my lid, bring it over, put it in my water bather, and it's not hardly covering the top. So once I get them in there, I'm gonna look at it and see if I need to add more water, and I will boil this for 10 minutes. And don't forget to take your clean towel and go around your rim, because you want to clean all that slopped juice or any food that got up there. So make sure that's cleaned off before you actually put your flat and your ring on there. Earlier I did it and I didn't clean it off, so I went back and fixed that one. Just make sure it's clean before you put your ring and flat on there. All right, y'all, that last little bit had more liquid than my others did. You can tell the difference. So I'm just gonna keep this liquid and this little bit out and put this in the refrigerator for us to eat on. But the rest of them are pretty full. And I end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these little jelly jars full, plus an extra one with maybe half in it. It has more juice, but we'll drink that juice. We won't waste any. So I'm gonna take all of these and I'm gonna put them over here in my water bath canner. I've got my heat on, got this heating up, and I'm gonna do that water bath for about 10 minutes. Okay, here I go with my water bathing. Get a hold of these. It's hard to do this and record at the same time. So there's one. Yep, and that almost covers the top. We just need to make sure we have enough water to cover over those lids so that they will seal. Okay, we'll get all these put in there. Once I get them in there, I'll set my timer for 10 minutes. And I hope I'm not going too fast so that you all can see what I'm doing here. Oh, this stuff is so good. I tasted a little bit of it. It's delicious. Can't wait to try some with some beans or hot dogs or whatever you want to eat it with. It's good with anything. Alright, got a few more. Put them in there. Okay. Alright, one more. And then that last one, we didn't have enough, so we're going to put that in the refrigerator. Alright, so I've got my 10 in there. See, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, there's 10. Move them around, even them out a little bit. And your water bath needs to have that rack in it so that your jars are not sitting directly. That one's trying to fall over. So that your jars are not sitting directly on your pot. I guess it could cause them to break or something. So I'm gonna move these around a little bit so that we don't have them right in that middle area. All right, I think I got it good enough. Now, I can set my timer for 10 minutes. Then when that goes off, I'm gonna cut this off and I'll just leave them in there and let it cool, and then we'll get them out, and there we go. We have 4 minutes left. You can hear these boiling. You can see down in there that they're boiling good. So after my 4 minutes is up, I'm gonna turn them off and move them to the side and let them cool. And we'll be done. All right, my water bathing has finished. Turned it off. I'm gonna go ahead and get my jars out. and sit them over here on a towel on my counter. And those are supposed to sit for, I think, 24 hours maybe. I'll leave them there till tomorrow before I do anything with them. Get a hold of it there. These are really, really hot, so that's why you want this tool set to be able to grab a hold of these things, put them in and out of your water bath canner. Don't try to do it with anything else, it's just not safe. Okay, we get all of these out. Oh, I'm loving how that looks. Isn't that lovely? I think this is the first time I've ever made a cucumber relish. So this is a new recipe to me. I always ate what my mother-in-law canned. And I was lucky to get her recipe that she left behind. She's been gone for many years. She passed away of lung cancer. But I'm just so fortunate to be able to have this and to be able to make my own. She used to tell us, now youngins, you need to put up some canned food because times might get bad and you're gonna need it. Something happens and you can't get to a grocery store. So I never will forget that, and I've taken it to heart, especially recently, because we don't know what's going to happen in the world. Just never know. So it's good to put up some food, and it's healthy, it's good for you. Look at that. I had 11, but there's 10 here because remember the other one didn't fill up all the way. But wow, oh wow, there you go. Hope y'all enjoyed another day from Jen's Appalachian Den. Look for me on another video. I don't know what I'll be doing next, but like and subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up with a day in the life of Jen. See y'all next time. Bye bye.